Prelim final week is here and AFL Today has got you covered. Leo, what do we cover?
I'm looking forward to Friday night footy. Newcombe versus Mullen, and I want to see Weddle versus Dempsey.
I'm looking forward to who can book a spot in the AFL Grand Final between Collingwood and Brisbane. And the Collingwood fans might just like my big call.
Ooh, make sure you check that out on AFL Today right now. Welcome back to the AFL Today Show, brought to you by Stockhead. Our preview show is here for Prelim final week. Get up and about, guys. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. We've got the new couches, absolutely beautiful, like we're on a cloud here. We've got Liam Mullaly, Marcus Bazzano, holding hands in the studio. How are we, lads?
Come on. Mate, this is awesome. The new couches. I'm feeling good for Prelim final weekend. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm a boy. I'm happy.
Oh, there we go.
You're a boy? Yes. Sorry, we were all questioning that in the comments.
Yeah, what do you
Do you want to say how you are?
I'm all right. I'm a little bit sad because I feel like I'm further away from Leo, but this is a round table couch.
Yeah,
that's
why.
good.
That's why he's probably happy over there. It's going to be another awesome show. We delve into all the prelim final matchups, tips, stats, debates, locks, bog predictions for each game, best on ground, that is, big calls and everything else in between. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's AFL Today Show. We're on the way to 11K, which is really, really good. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the notifications bell as well. Follow AFL Today across X, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook across, and actually Facebook is Aussie Rules Today, and get us wherever you get your podcast platforms. Before we get into the show as well, make sure you check out Code Sports for the amazing sports articles they do across there. Obviously a lot on the prelims, a lot of insider and outsider information about AFL as well, which you love to see. All right. Prelim final previews. This is what we all want to talk about, lads. Friday night, they're both at the MCG, which is what we love to see as well. Friday night, 7:40 at the MCG is Geelong versus Hawthorn. Before we get into it, I've got a little bit of a sneaky stat for Geelong fans that they'll actually really, really love here. The last three AFL premiers, so just work with me here, 2021, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Actually, I missed 24 there. I've absolutely stuffed it up. Anyway,
we're working with you.
The last three AFL premiers are all in the prelim finals this year. Let's just start there.
Okay.
Which is true.
Yep.
The last time that happened was 2008, 2009, 2010. Those premiers were all in the prelims those years. In 2011, Geelong won the flag in 2011, so they're going to win the flag this year by that
Okay,
start.
I think I'm with you. I think you explained that very nicely.
Not at the start, but...
No, yeah, well, you did miss a year, but I don't mind that Geelong. That doesn't bode well for Hawthorn.
No.
On Friday night.
No, but we've got an awesome rivalry, Geelong, Hawthorn, Marcus.
It's a classic rivalry, and some say prelim finals are better than the grand final as well, but it is a classic rivalry.
Some say that.
Yeah.
The Kennett curse, it's a thing. It's happened. You wanted him to be quiet in the lead up to this week,
I actually
Leo.
haven't heard him much on Twitter.
Oh, no, he's been quiet.
Yeah.
He's a bit nervous.
Good, stay away, Jeff.
And they've been some awesome grand final matchups, and I feel like it's a September sort of born rivalry, this one as well. So, but it has been a decade since these sides met in finals football. But recently...
9 years.
Well, Geelong have dominated.
That's about right. Yeah, Geelong have dominated.
It's 10 years on the couch sitting with you, mate.
Yeah.
Geelong has won 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two sides, and obviously the one on Easter Monday by 7 points. That was a relatively close match, although Geelong did lead majority of that game.
Yeah, they did. They did. I genuinely think the Hawks can feel good about this one. I know you're trying to throw it to me there. Sorry, mate. They can genuinely feel good about this one. They won all the major stat lines in that meeting on Easter Monday early in the year. They won the disposals, inside 50s, clearances, tackles, marks, possessions. I'm missing a few there. You're a Hawks fan, Leo. I know you
but
butchered
you're an
the
idiot.
footy. They butchered the footy, but they had so much of the ball.
It is a stats guy look at it to go, they win the stats.
I was there. They could have won that
I was
game.
there too.
That is why we got you to read out that, because we just wanted to throw
I
it
do
on
not
there.
believe. I'm the Hawks fan. We could not kick to save ourselves. Sicily was diabolical. He's been great in the back half, but I don't think we deserve to win that at all. And I don't think we should feel good on that matchup. We lost the game.
I missed the negative.
Think both sides, they have come a long way since then. And
That's
Hawthorn,
true.
they are playing some great football and beating the top sides, because you've had a hard fixture to end the season, the home and away season, plus the start of finals footy hasn't been easy. You've played 2 teams interstate and beaten
one of them
both.
being the minor premiers.
And one of them being the minor premiers as well. Although you can put a little bit of an asterisk there, because
The worst minor premiers in AFL history.
they've been poor. But
It is.
when you guys have come up in do or die meetings against the Cats, you have been fantastic. In the previous 4, you've actually ended the Cats season in a do or die match in September. But then again, we did mention that was, 9 years ago for you, Leo.
Bring all those players
That
back.
wasn't do or die. The
Yes.
week after was.
The week
Do you
after
remember
was.
any of the meetings
Well, there was 2 grand
30
finals.
years ago? 30 years ago, 40, 50, 60.
I was not around.
You were at
was
the
I?
1989 grand final.
Oh yeah, I was around.
My
then.
dad said he saw you there.
Oh yes, he was. We had a few bevs. It was really nice. When you could,
He was 10.
no.
He saw, he saw his ears he saw his ears from the other side of the ground.
My ears. Oh, where did that come from?
Gary Ablett
sorry.
kicked.
See, I
Rumor has
noticed.
it Gary Ablett kicked 20 that day, but the other 9 he kicked were just through Stats Guy's head because the ears were the goalpost.
What is
Where-
going on
where
here?
is this
What is
come
going on
from?
here?
Oh,
Anyways,
let's get
getting back on track. Someone who could kick 20, not quite, but he might have 20,000 disposals, is Jai Newcombe, because he has been unstoppable in finals football. And in fact, he averages 32 disposals, 7.5 clearances, and 0.75 goals.
Oh, 0.75 goals. What?
As a midfielder, that's all right.
You're getting like a goal a game,
I
32.
just find it funny that it's like, no,
You are such a pessimist. Like, can we
I know,
I'm not even being
let's
a
attack this
pessimist.
man.
He's talking up Hawthorn.
I'm not even being a pessimist. Oh, no, I wasn't. That wasn't a criticism.
just sounded
of
funny.
Newcastle. I'm just
I-
saying it sounds funny to be like, he averages 0.75 goals a game. Like, what does that mean?
You know what? I love the Hawthorn fans. Get into him. Call him a fake Hawthorn fan in the comments.
He kicks
Get
one-
into him. Get into him.
He kicks 1 goal a game, then he doesn't kick a goal a game.
Well, no, 0.75. Obviously, out of 4 finals, that means how many goals did he kick, Leo?
I don't know.
3.
I'm just saying it was funny. Now let's move on.
But he's had 5. He's going for 5
Yeah.
bogs in a row in finals, which is pretty incredible, Mark.
He is. That is fantastic. And is there any other man you'd want in your team for finals football? Who is playing currently? Obviously, they've passed the baton from Hodgie to Dustin Martin, now to Jai.
let's just say-
Jai Matthews, Hodge, Martin, Newcombe.
Wow.
Jai has a fair way to go before he gets the Dusty's.
Thank you.
He does, but if he can get 5 from 5, that is going to be a great challenge. But
Yeah, he does, yeah.
it is going to be a bit of an ask because he will have the best tagging team in the competition paying his attention to him.
Yep.
And that's whether you see Mullen to Newcombe is going to be a lock, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so, yeah. Yep.
O'Sheen.
So really, the question is, how do the Hawks help Newcombe escape that tag?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the guys around him, right? But Nash might be occupied, and we'll get to that on another Cats midfielder. But it's about Nash, it's about Warple, it's about Josh Ward getting in there, putting bumps on at stoppages. I think there were a few instances early last week in the Crows game where Berry was on him, but Newcombe, first possession, clean with it.
Yep.
And then from there, it's a subtle bump, a subtle shepherd that can get Newcombe free for the second possession.
Is it a type of game where you go, you know what? Sammy Butler, your pressure's been great in the forward line, but actually we want you to float in the middle and just be an absolute pest to Mullen so you
maybe.
can just get him, like a Darcy Jones
He
is a
does,
little
yeah.
bit for
Or do you
GWS.
send Nash to Mullen? So it's a tagger on a tagger.
But,
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
but
The Irish colliding.
I was just
on the flip side, Holmes and Stewart, we talked
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Nash, obviously just then, but is he likely to go to Holmes?
Well, I think Nash around stoppages can, but as soon as it leaves a stoppage, Holmes is gone from Nash. Nash isn't slow, but Holmes is just another
and
level.
the tank he has on him
the
towards
tank
the end of
he
the
has, yeah.
game, it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
So Stewart as well, I think a few teams have actually just sat a man on him so he doesn't take all the intercept marks.
Hawthorn don't have that, though.
Hawthorn don't really have that, so I don't think they will. So I think Stewart could have a big game.
And you did mention Butler. He has been pushing high up the ground towards the midfielders at high half forward. So I don't mind that idea of him just putting a block on Mullen or potentially going to a Holmes as well.
Yeah, that's more towards stoppage clearances
Yeah, exactly.
rather than
Around
centre
the
bounce,
ground,
obviously.
I don't think Hawthorn can go with those Cats mids.
But I am excited for a matchup that's going to be showcased all across the ground, particularly more in probably Geelong's forward half of the ground because we talked about Dempsey's being a bit of a cheat.
Yes.
He likes to hang out the back, and it's that matchup of Weddle and Dempsey, possibly
Yeah.
two of the most exciting young prospects in the game. And it's I know. Like they got quite a few years of footy under their belt, 4 for Dempsey, and how long has
think-
Weddle been in the system
yeah,
now?
4,
Around the
3,
same.
4.
Yeah, around the same.
So that's going to be one of the best matchups around the ground. So I'm really excited for that one. What are you looking
Well-
forward most to in that battle? Then?
Well, I hope it happens. I'd be sad if just
Different
D'Ambrosio
wings
goes
or-
to
yeah.
the Dempsey wing, but Weddle on Dempsey, they're both athletic, great overhead.
Yep.
Both love sort of sneaking out the back. Dempsey more so for a goal, but we've also seen Weddle in
Push
the second
forward.
half
Yeah.
push forward
Yep.
when the key forward comes off the ground. I think it's an awesome matchup.
And the hair too. I mean, they're both
Yeah, the hair
both long
matchup.
hairs. The hair matchup's going to be great
like
as well.
it, yeah.
Who wins the hair matchup?
I think Dempsey. No, I think Weddle's like receding.
Yeah, I was
a
going to say
little bit.
Weddle's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got
not
long.
that one.
I know.
Oh,
Love to
Hey,
Hey, let's
hey,
go. What is going on?
And then
Apologies, audio listeners.
But someone we do want to keep an eye on for Geelong, who has a great record against the Hawks. It's the main man up forward. It's Jesse Cameron. Obviously, the pressure's off him now
The
because
100's
he's
still
not going
alive,
to.
Marcus.
What does he need?
Nah, he needs like
He needs about
11.
15? Oh, 11.
more than 11, I think.
Oh, we'll
I think
double
it's
check
more
that.
than that. I think it
I
is
think
about
it's
15. But he has, as I mentioned, he has a fantastic record against Hawthorn. He loves getting scoring shots on the board against the Hawks. He's had 18 goals across the last 5 meetings against Hawthorn, 6 goals, 7 in the previous 2. Remember, he missed a bunch of similar easy chances. 6, 7.
Thank you.
I just lost all of that. He missed a bunch on Easter Monday, which he normally kicks,
Yes.
and he has 10 goals, 13 in his previous 4 meetings, and that's something that
Previous 4
Possibly-
meetings against Hawthorn? Or
No,
Against-
4 matches, just 4
yeah,
matches.
4 matches in general. So
Yeah,
10
it has
goals,
been
13.
inaccurate recently.
Which is why we've talked about, he's sort of ruined his own chances for reaching that ton. So inaccuracy has
Stupid
been.
idiot.
We're blaming Jess.
I think we're not blaming Jess, but I think it
You're
could
the
go.
reason we're never going to see 100 goals in the season.
Yeah, so he needs 15. I just double checked that, which he's not going to get to. That would be very tough. He did kick 7 goals once
not getting into
it.
against the Hawks, but yeah.
But the Cats, they do have the second best offense. So if it's not him, then it's going to be others chipping around with plenty of goals. They had 13 different goal kickers against the Lions, but Hawthorn have only conceded 69 points on average across their last 5 games.
Nice.
Virtually all against finals oppo. Obviously, 2 of them were in finals football. But
Collingwood was in
Wasn't,
there.
was Melbourne.
The only one wasn't that was Melbourne, and Melbourne
was
finished
Melbourne.
the season pretty strong.
and they
anyway.
did finish it, but they were very lackluster in that game, Melbourne.
Yeah,
but they showed up against some opposition.
Yep.
So it's good reading for Hawthorn, and their defense has been fantastic. Obviously, Battle, Barras, they continue to shine. Now, this is what they've come. That's what they come to the Hawthorn Footy Club for. The latter stages of September and heading into their grand final, they want to book that ticket.
Yes.
But the question I want to ask you, boys, is we talked about the depth of Geelong, how many goal kickers they have, but overall for both squads, I want to ask you who has the more overall depth in this one, and who has the best bottom 4 players for both sides. I'm going
Ooh. You got the bottom 4?
I'm going to bring up my
this is
bottom
gonna
4.
bait me.
We'll
isn't
go
it?
the.
Right.
We'll go
He's
the.
gonna bait me with
He probably
Hawthorn
is. We'll
again.
go the most overall depth first, and then I reckon we do that. So, who do you reckon has
I
the
think
more overall depth?
Geelong have the most overall depth. I think also if you look at the injury list, Geelong's is slightly better. Like they have slightly more available players.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think there's a few players, on their injury list or in their twos that can come in and still do a job, but it's so close. Like the depth, which you're going to read out the bottom 4 players of each side. Some of those players, I reckon, are going to be some good players.
I reckon he's gonna stuff this up.
To be honest, reading this myself and doing this, it's hard to pick between the two, but I might even slightly lean towards Hawthorn.
All right.
So these are the bottom 4 players of Hawthorn and Geelong.
According to Marcus.
According to Marcus.
According to me, so that's, you know what, these are the bottom 4 players.
Oh,
Have a
no.
crack.
Let us know in the comments if you agree with this list.
Yeah, get into Leo and then leave a comment. For Geelong, I'm going to go Bose,
Yep.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Jai Clark,
Yep,
who's been
definitely.
the sub.
Jai Clark, it was 90 seconds he had the
90
other week.
second
But
cameo, the ultra marathon man.
Mate, people can do well in 90 seconds. Speak for yourself.
that is true. That is true.
I only need half. that.
I know he's not in the side for his ball use and his ball ability, but I was going to throw Mullen in there.
I was.
I don't mind that because the tagger,
And this one feels a little bit harsh, but again, he's been in and out of the side so far at the start of the year, Mark O'Connor. So that is
I marked the shark.
That is the bottom
Okay.
4 for Geelong. Let us
Oh,
know
so
in
you
the
did have
comments.
Mullen in. I thought you said you did. Okay.
Yeah, I did have Mullen. So Mullen, Jai Clark, Bose, and O'Connor.
Was there anyone
are the
else
bottom
you were
4.
considering?
That team's racist. He's put 2 Irish players in there.
Not really.
Not really.
Not
Okay.
really. It was more clear for Geelong than it was for Hawthorn for me. So let us know your bottom. If you're a Geelong fan, who's your bottom 4 players?
Yeah,
That's a good bottom 4.
yeah, that's a good bottom 4.
Because they
sort
do
of.
say bottom 4, bottom 6 sort of players define like
Lists,
that's
yeah.
premiers, and that's a premiership squad.
So sorry, it was Bose, Clark, O'Connor, and Mullen.
correct.
So apart from Clark, who's a sub, those 3, if they're bottom 4, they're all role players who do more than enough every week. They don't need to
Correct.
light up the stat sheet. I think that's actually a really good.
But you do have a couple of role players here for Hawthorn, which I'm going to read out as well.
Bait me.
CJ,
Yeah.
who's been the sub.
Yeah.
Connor Nash, just purely because of his footballing ability. The bloke can't kick a football to save his life. Him and Riley O'Brien.
That's, if you look at bottom.
He's picked 3 Irishmen, by the way.
Oh, yeah, see, I told you this was racist.
Normally,
I don't wanna say that.
normally they're great picks. They're great kicks. But
Go on, keep going.
Connor Nash. Is Connor Nash Irish? Is he actually
Yes,
Irish?
he's Irish.
Review that one,
He
please.
is.
Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look, he's been a great role player and he's
Yeah.
been great throughout finals.
Yeah.
Fantastic player, but stacked. They've both got stacked teams. So I'm not saying these players are crap, all right? I just want to preface that.
Keep going.
Nash bottom falls wild.
CJ, Nash, Butler, and Mitch Lewis.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so if we're going off those players, I'm leaning towards the Hawks. In terms of the
Honestly?
finals,
No,
Jai
Geelong.
Clark is the worst out of those 8. I think.
I don't think
I'd
so.
rather CJ.
I don't.
Who do you say is
CJ.
CJ?
And then who else you got? Mark O'Connor?
O'Connor and Mullen, I think are...
Mullen's all right because he's a good tagger.
They really play their role well. Butler's
You just don't want to be racist.
Butler's played less than 15 games. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
His last couple have been pretty good.
They have been
I don't
good.
know. I feel like Geelong get the chocolates there.
And do you think they get the chocolates for the game?
Oh.
Segway, Cats by 17, Holmes BOG.
Says the Hawks supporter. Have some faith.
I'm excited for this. I think we can definitely win, but I just think my head is at Geelong. And I'm being a good AFL Today panelist and I'm saying my opinion.
Head over heart.
Always.
Always. There we go.
Call him a hoe.
There we go. What? Go on. What's your
meant to
tip
say
to Mark?
home.
I'm gonna go the Cats by 20 points.
The Cats.
20.
The Cats by 20 points. I think it's going to be the better game out of the two. And I'm going to go Jezza for my best on ground.
Interesting. I think we're all going the Cats. I'm going Cats by 8 points. I think it's going to be a bit closer than you guys think. Shawnee Manor, he ended the game with a match when he kicked 3 goals last time they played against the Hawks. I reckon he can have another big one. He's had a great
He
year.
always
Shawnee
likes to
Manor.
go different with his pick. doesn't he?
Yeah.
And speaking of, the goal that actually sealed the game, which is something you're going to have to look for here because Hawthorn, they love to run the ball out of defensive 50 with the likes of Amon and MP and whatnot. And it was actually Shannon Neal who had a game-winning tackle on Scrimshaw, I believe it was. It was Scrimshaw or Weddell, I can't remember exactly. Scrimshaw which sort of feeded Manor to kick that goal. So they're going to have to be great forward pressure as well. It's not just the Close, the Stengel, the Grind Myers. It's going to have to be the likes of Neil and Jezza as well.
No, good call. So we're all going the Cats. Let us know in the comments, Hawks fans, if Leo's a real supporter. Lads, do you know what the ASX means?
Mate, of course. And in fact, I'll let Marcus explain.
Don't throw me under the bus, Leo. To be honest, I have no clue.
Oh, what a surprise. It's actually the Australian Securities Exchange.
I'll speak for Marcus on that one and say I'm pretty clueless with that stuff.
Wow. Lucky for you, Stockhead is a free website which gives you punting stock advice through the ASX.
Where can we check them out?
Check them out via stockhead.com.au. Saturday night, we're going back to the G. This one's at 5:15. Actually, it starts in the Arvo, which we love. Collingwood versus Brisbane, a 2023 grand final replay, Leo. How good?
How bloody good. The last time these sides played was 7 weeks ago. So cast your mind back. And it was at the MCG.
Yes.
And the Lions got the chocolates in what was a comfortable 27-point win. The Pies weren't really threatening in that second half. And I want to get straight into the midfield battle in this one. So both teams have that out-and-out star. They've got Dacos on one side, they've got McCluggage on the other. Obviously, Neil, he's not going to play this game.
Yep.
But they also have that negating tackler. Not a tagger, but they have someone who is defensively minded. You got Ned Long for Collingwood. You got Dunkley, who had 18 tackles in a final last week.
Finals record.
For Brisbane. So could we see a bit of a double date here, lads? A bit of tagging going on, vice versa?
Double date?
What do
Have
we
you been
think?
on a double date before?
No.
No.
Have you been on a date?
Interesting.
No.
I think-
No, you look so sad.
No, I have.
There we go. But you could be onto something there. I don't know if Long will full on tag.
McCluggage, yeah.
I don't even know if Dunkley will full on tag because you need Dunkley as well. He's an absolute beast at everything else. Whereas Long, I don't mind if he's just doing the tag role because he's not as skillful. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't think we'll see a double date.
I wonder if they'll tag with Baz Lanker on the new Tinder double date feature.
Oh, there we go. You would know all about that.
Get him and Tammy and you and someone else.
Yeah, there we go.
I would actually, though, I would really like to see Dacos versus McCluggage in this.
Oh.
I want both coaches to put their thing on the table, don't say it, and just go, we're going our stars against each other. And I want it to be just Dacos has 30 and 2, McCluggage has 35 and a goal, and it's one of the all-time matchups.
But that wouldn't be very smart from the coaches.
Why not?
Because
Think of the neutral fan. Don't think of winning the game. Don't think of the
that's
grand
right.
final you have to make.
That's my point. Like, it is very good for us as a viewer.
I'm sure the coaches don't want
Here we go.
anything on those players either because they want to get the best out of their players.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what they go before the game. All right, we're not going to tag, guys. We're not going to tag, and then they just let them go. That could actually be pretty good.
A truce.
A treaty. A treaty.
Treaty.
Josh Tracy, yeah.
A prelim treaty.
Yeah. Okay.
But potentially Jeremy Howe back for the Pies. Now, I think he said he's feeling all right, but here's a test this week. I want to ask you guys, would you risk him in this do or die prelim?
Oh, you go
That's
first.
a really, really good question. I think I wouldn't risk him because I think they
Really?
can still get the chocolates without him playing. Just seeing how well that defense held up against Adelaide, and I feel like Adelaide's forward line
Forgot how to
is it
play.
more dangerous than Brisbane's? Yeah, like without that's the question
In a
you need to
final?
ask. Cameron has been quiet. He was better last week. Don't think he kicked a goal though.
He kicked 3 points.
He kicked 3 points, but he was better around the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just think with Ty Gallop and Logan Morris as your tools, and possibly Big O or Darcy Fort, whoever floats through there, is less dangerous than the Adelaide tall trio.
In a
So
final,
maybe
though,
they can
I
get
don't
away
know.
with it against the G. I
The
know
Adelaide
it's a
tall
hard
trio
question,
look like
but
4 big O's down there.
I think
Oh, a bit of justice for Big O here.
Well, he's not kicking many goals.
But then you'd feel bad for it's like a John Noble situation all over again. You'd feel bad for the person who makes way for Jeremy Howe if he
And
does
then
come back,
can't play the
in.
granny.
It would be
He can't
Will
play the
Parker,
granny.
though.
It would be, but you'd feel stiff because he's played his way through majority of the finals campaign.
yeah,
One
I'd be.
game.
I'm the opposite though. I'd be playing Howe. I'd just play him. Like when they genuinely have lost a lot of games because he got injured early, like that Hawks game that we went to, and you guys smacked him after that because your tools just tore him to shreds. And they've got some really good tools, Brisbane, so especially Logan Morris. I'd be worried about if they don't play
Slightly
Jeremy Howe.
Inexperienced forward line. That's the only
I know,
thing for
yeah.
Adelaide, for Brisbane, sorry.
Yep.
That's concerning me. Like, they're great footballers, don't get me wrong, but Ty Gallop, I don't think he's kicked a goal yet.
I think he won last week, didn't he?
He missed one. He had a shot last week. He missed. He might have kicked one. I can't remember correctly. And obviously Logan Morris is still early in his career. And Oscar McInerney, the Big O, and Darcy Fort are more ruck forwards.
Yeah, they're
than
not
forward
forwards.
rucks.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
So maybe they can outschool them a little bit.
I see what you're saying. And
But it is finals football.
further your point, he's been subbed out in his last 4 games he's played.
Jeremy Howe. Oh,
Jeremy Howe.
that doesn't help my argument.
But I'm still with you, stats guy.
All right.
I just think if Howe's fit, you're playing for Parker. That's just a no-brainer. And
Yeah.
last time these sides played, Logan Morris kicked 6 goals, and he was a major factor in Brisbane winning it. And I think Jeremy Howe's the perfect matchup for him. So if he's fit, I think you've got to play Howe. And I want to ask you guys, would you play him on Morris? Because I think it's a no-brainer.
I think you have to. He's having an awesome year, Logan Morris, as well. A bit of a stat for you. He's the 3rd youngest player to kick 50+ goals in a season, behind Jack Darling and Jeremy Cameron. So he's in
North
good company.
Melbourne legend
North
Jack
Melbourne
Darling.
legend Jack Darling. And so he's in very good company there.
Could you start or bring Jeremy Howe off as a sub?
I think
If he can't get through a full game, like you mentioned, he's come off in his last 4.
I think you start him.
If you
He's
don't
not
wanna
really
risk
a
him-
sub.
Because if he's a sub, right, he gets injured, then you sub him again, you're cooked.
you can't, well, you can't make this. I know,
As in,
I know
like,
what
he
you
just has to
Yeah.
come off
Yeah.
because he's injured. Then it was a waste of a. He shouldn't put an injury-prone player as a sub.
As a sub.
Yeah.
But I think he's worth the risk because he's that good.
Yep.
The stat that worries me of Leo said he's been subbed out the last 4. That's not good.
I think they can win without him, but I think he's the perfect matchup for Morris.
I agree.
And you did mention Gallop before. Whoever that tall is for Brisbane, I think they'll stay with Gallop. They have a huge job because I think they'll be on Darcy Moore. I don't know if you agree with that, but I think the Big O or Fort, whoever's down there, will be on Frampton.
No, it does make sense.
So I think Gallop or whoever it is,
Moore
if they
can
bring in
take more
Henry
marks on
Smith,
him, yeah.
I think they've got a massive role on Darcy Moore. I wouldn't actually be surprised if they bring Henry Smith back. He kicked 3 goals in that meeting last time. I wouldn't be surprised they bring him in, put him on Darcy Moore.
Interesting.
Maybe. I don't know.
I know. I feel like that's such a risk though to try and do that because I think Darcy Moore's defensive craft is obviously much stronger than Smith and Gallop's forward craft
So who would you
in
put on
terms of
him?
negating role. The thing is, you're limited with options now with Hipwood out to play a negating role, and then
that's
it's
true,
whether
that's
you
true.
want to put one of the ruckman on and just block the contest really and just try and get it to ground so Darcy Moore can't take those
Yeah.
intercepts.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, we saw in that qualifying final how strong that Pies backline was. Darcy Moore in particular, him and Frampton had 23 intercept possessions between them. And the Pies smalls down there too, like Quainer, Perryman, Maynard, Houston. They had 26 intercept possessions between them. So that back line was just in full swing really at Adelaide Oval. So that Brisbane forward line, so it's the talls on Darcy Moore and it's the smalls such as Lohman, Cameron, Archie, and Bailey, they have to be so potent and be on their game and get the matchup right down there, because that is going to be a key in this game of football, I think.
You look at other teams like maybe even Hawthorn and a few other teams, their smalls are more like run off.
Yeah.
Whereas the Pies just have guys that can run off, like Quainer, but then he's also gun one-on-one.
Yeah.
So like that's why I love the Pies defense. Yeah.
You kind of want it, if you're Brisbane, you want to go inside 50 where you've got a bit of open space. Like you don't want chaos, you want a clean ball. Anyway.
Should Kai Lohmann add some extra aura to himself and wear a headband?
Headband plus short hair.
style.
Yeah, look what happened to Camden McIntosh. He got delisted.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he looked like Alma Fudd, that's why.
And the last one I want to touch on, the Pies went with Cameron and Cox in that first final. And I thought it worked. I was a Cox believer. And all right, mate.
Sorry,
I want to ask, would you keep Cox to occupy Andrews in this team? Because we know Mason Cox loves a prelim. Shut up. You answer.
Would you keep...
So you believe in Cox?
Yeah, he does. Absolutely, I believe in Mason Cox. I think so. He's at least experienced in the finals as well. He's had a few good finals that we've obviously talked about. And you sort of convinced me on the show the other week when you said, he actually played a role. So I'd keep him in the side. Yeah.
On Andrews?
And directly on yes. Because I think you need to do something to stop Harris Andrews, because it's the same as Darcy Moore down the other end. Could have a massive impact. And Mason Cox, he can fly and crush the packs and get in the way. So I don't mind it.
I'm leaning more my check on Andrews. I just think my check has the forward smarts a bit more. But then off the lead.
They need like a couple of goals out of my check, and I don't know if he can do that as well.
I reckon they could get 5 out of Jamie.
Yeah, true.
No,
do you see someone else coming to the side who kicked 4 goals in the VFL?
Who's that?
Bobby.
Well, Bobby's been told he's not playing, from what I saw yesterday.
Bobby not playing.
So, which is pretty interesting. Imagine if he just comes back for the granny.
Bobby's back for the granny.
Just gets Norm Smith again.
Bobby's back for the granny.
That would be pretty good. Anyway, we'll see if Mason Cox is picked. Let's cut to footy form guides. Wally, he absolutely loves these. The best bet of the weekend for this game.
G'day, gents. Loving the show as always. Look, this week for our best bet, we've gone to the Collingwood Brisbane game. We really like the unders here, the 164.5. Well, Collingwood, we've had a lot of success this year betting into those Collingwood unders. They do go under a lot. In these tight games where you don't think either team is going to get blown out like we do, you usually see tough contests. Weather and things aside, and that may assist if there is rain about, but weather and things aside, we really think that this is going to be one of those prelims for the ages, or we hope it's going to be. So we can see the score going low, and that would track with what Collingwood's been doing. They're going to be freshened up. They're going to be ready to go. It's going to be high tackle to a level high possession, but we're expecting low scoring. So we'll be going under 164.5. Yeah, so that's what we're going to play. Look, enjoy the prelims, guys, and hopefully we'll see you next week for the grand final.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Thank you very much to Wally there. Make sure you check out Footy Form Guide every week for the best footy tips. All right, tips and margin in this one and a bog. Same as the last one. Are we all going to go the same again, Leo?
Well, I must admit, on Monday, I was on Brisbane, but
Go Brisbane.
no, I thought about it.
Do
and
it, you coward.
I changed my mind. I'm leaning towards Collingwood by 2 points.
Oh.
I just back in their system a little bit more than I back in the Brisbane sort of Stars. And I'm going side bottom for best on ground. I just think if he gets the matchup of young Levi, we saw what Levi did against Dempsey a couple of weeks ago at the G. I think side he could have maybe 20, 25 and a couple of snags.
I've got a similar theory on that with my best on, but there we go. Marcus?
Interesting. I actually think the Pies get this done relatively convincingly.
Why do you think that?
I think it's system. We were worried about Collingwood, but against Adelaide, they just look so structured, so defined. They add Jeremy Howard back. That's just another layer. Potentially. And then I think Brisbane, although they cruise past Gold Coast,
35.
I think Collingwood do match up well against them. And without Neil, I don't know. I've just got this feeling. I've got the tingle. The Marcus tingle. It worked. And they passed by 35.
Get that checked.
Yeah.
And a Nick Dacos. Oh, I already have, mate. Sorry. Nick Dacos, BOJ.
Oh, wow. That's going on a limb there. No, I'm going the other Dacos. Josh Dacos for best on ground. Pies by 12 points. I think it's going to be another thriller. 35. That's a big swing from last time they met. Josh Dacos, I reckon he's going to find some space on the wing as well, which would be very exciting. And I'll touch on that in my big call as well.
Wait, so we've gone Cats Pies grand final, all of us.
Yeah.
Excited for Hawthorn Brisbane. Let's go.
Actually, Marcus is going to go 0 from 2 again this week. So.
Oh, no, don't tell me.
Yeah,
about
he hasn't put the curse on Hawthorn.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Let's go.
So there we go. He's put
Put the
exactly
curse
right.
on Geelong.
He's put the curse on Geelong for you. There we go.
Let's go.
We'll see what happens there. All right, that's the games all previewed there. Let's get into the lock of the week and the big calls. Your lock, please, Marcus, as I look at Leo.
It didn't work for me last week, but it's going to work for me this week. Absolute guarantee, and that is Newcomb getting tagged.
What's the definition of insanity?
Doing it over and over and over.
Expecting
You're
a
right,
different
though.
result.
I'm with you on that one.
Mullen has got to tag him. Unless, same as last week, he dominates the first quarter and they're like, oh, it's not
You just
working.
hope he doesn't have a mulligan.
Well, Mullen is a better tagger than Berry.
He is,
True.
yes.
All right, Leo, your lock.
Holmes, 20 plus disposals. Even if Nash is negating around stoppage, he'll be too quick for him around the ground and rack up plenty of the pill.
No, I like that. I'm going to go Jezza 2+ goals as my lock. You think this is a bit risky in a
What
final?
if it's a 1 goal 4?
Oh, if he kicks 1 goal 4, then what are you doing, Jezza? He's been a bit inaccurate, but in all those ones, he's had at least 2 goals, and he has a very good record against the Hawks. 18 goals in his last 5.
And you've got the most locks wrong, I believe, on the show, does he?
I don't know.
No.
He's got to count them.
Well,
No,
there's got to be something happening.
You
at the
need to
end
go
of the
back
season
to
for that.
every show and count.
Nah, I'm good. Actually, I think I do. I'll be honest. I probably do.
On the Jezza one, though, I just feel iffy about picking goal scorer locks in a final.
I get what you're saying,
You know,
but
It's like
anything
picking
like
head-to-head in
it's
a
like
multi.
a dual
if like
die,
Jezza doesn't
like-
get 2, they're gonna get smacked. Like,
well, that's
They
not
got
true.
plenty of different avenues to
They've
go.
got, they
mate.
had 30
actually only had
different
2
goal
goals, 3
scorers.
last one. Yeah.
You were the one who put that stat in the run sheet as well.
Yeah, true. But he's going to
You're
kick
a
2. Don't
non-believer.
worry. I also put the 18 goals in 5 games. He's going to kick 2. Don't you worry about that. All right.
prelim.
Big
Did you
call.
include any goals in your big call?
I did. You want me to say my big call first?
Go on.
All right. Josh Dacos, 25+ disposals, 2+ goals. A career best game, I reckon, for the forgotten Dacos. I feel bad for him sometimes. He's going to have 2 goals on the wing. He's going to find a lot of space on the MCG, which he loves playing at. And 25+ disposals is a lock. Just the 2 goals.
lock?
Yeah, that's a lock. But the 2 goals is obviously part of
I
the
don't
big
know if
call.
that's
So
a
were
lock,
you all
know.
thinking Levi matches up to him?
If Levi matches up to him, he could have 3 goals.
Interesting.
There we go.
We could have. This
Nah,
is so
that's a bit
hard
harsh to Levi because Levi's first year. Very good player, obviously. Leo, your big call.
I'm going. Well, last week I did 240 tackles between the 2 games, and I'm sticking with the tackles. Go away. Tom Atkins, 13+ tackles, averages 9 this season in
13?
a final. Oh, for 13. You know, I consider 12, but I thought I'd up it a bit, go
Why
13.
don't you just do breaks Dunkley's tackle record?
No, because that's just an outrageous call.
Wow, okay.
This is just a big call segment.
Non-believer.
Now we'll go to the outrageous call segment where I have Atkins 20+ tackles.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I like it.
That's
Oh,
another
that's more
segment.
like it.
There we go. Big call, Marcus.
Well, I mentioned Collingwood to win by 35 points and do it convincingly. So I'm going to go 35+ points.
I'll give you that as a big call. 'cause
In a final.
In a final, Collingwood's scoring power to win by 35+. I don't know. It will be interesting to see.
That's why it's a big call.
So
Love it.
I think you're right when you said Jamie Elliott kick 5. I think he'll have to kick 4 or 5 for them to win by 35. So
Agreed.
And he
we'll have to
will.
wait and see there. All right, let's stop this shambolic show. That'll do us for the AFL Today Show. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube and follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content all season long. Subscribe, star, and like all of our shows on your podcast apps. That's Cricket Today, AFLW Today, Hold All Tickets, True Bloods, Footy Form Guide, and Out the Gate. Thank you very much to Gerald behind the camera. Thank you to the boys on the couch. Leo. Oh, I thought you were going cats. How'd you get so high there?
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Marcus. If you've
No
got any
worries.
ears left.
Leave a comment as well. Plenty of comments. We're loving the comments.
Yes.
So just let me know what your favourite type of monkey is.
What? There we go. He just wanted to do that. I'm wrapping this up. We'll see you on Sunday for all things prelim final weekend. We'll catch you then on AFL Today.